I would like to thank you for giving me opportunity to speak about this topic called building a successful technology business. And the requirement is that you have to be really lucky. That's the first requirement. But most of you don't know me really. Just president of Ceramatec doesn't mean anything. What it is that now I got my PhD from Northwestern, and then I worked for battery companies in United States. And one of the battery companies, which is Rayovac, probably all of you know that. And I asked them that I wanted to go back to India. So I went back to India with their blessings and started a battery company, the first battery company actually in 1979. There was no such small batteries made in India. There was a huge market because calculators and all those are coming into India. And so I started from scratch building the battery company and made many batteries, but couldn't sell because my import duty was 250%, and the raw materials were not available in India. So I had to buy from Rayovac raw materials and all that. On the top of it, I had to pay 250%, which made really good haven for Indian mafia to bring in the goods, smuggle the goods, and sell the goods in the market. And so naturally I came into trouble as a small business, and but I kept on doing this for a while. That resulted, I gave five years of my time. That resulted into President of India giving me the first time Best Entrepreneur of India award. Although I was financially disastrous, failure, and maybe that's the reason he gave me that money. And basically I took that money and came back to United States. So thank you, President, for bringing me here, back here. I joined Ceramatec, a small company, and over the years I became president of Ceramatec. At that time, company was owned by two multinationals. So I became president, and then in year 2000, I acquired the company from these multinationals. And so that's why I said you have to be lucky. And then between 2000 and 2008, I ran the company as a small business. But so with that background, you know, I would say that I was very lucky. And now in 2008, I sold the company to Coors family. Everybody knows Coors beer family. They also have three businesses. One is ceramic business, which is the largest ceramic business in the world. Other one is brewery, which all of you know. And third is packaging, that they invented this Coca-Cola can, aluminum can there. Okay. So here is actually Ceramatec is a very old company, founded in 1976, University of Utah. Thank you. Those couple of professors founded this company based on sodium sulfur battery for electric vehicle actually. And Ford Motor Company financed this company as well as DOE. Thank you, DOE. Now it's a subsidiary of Coors. So 60% of our companies, our customers are Fortune 500 companies. And what we used, and 40% is US government. Now the role of SBIR played a huge role. Not anymore, we are large company. But during my time at least, between 2000 and 2008, SBIR played immense role in our thing. Not that we, and the only reason I was saying is that just like Danita mentioned here, that our focus was innovation, means transformation of knowledge into, she said money because she was quoting somebody from 3M, but I want to quote my friend's quotation, who is a Nick Dinafrio, Senior Vice President of IBM. He says knowledge into economic and social value. That was his definition. And so that was the idea, and that I was very much committed to, and that is why my talk presentation is on the collaborations, because you have to have collaborations with everybody, universities, national labs, companies, and your employees. You have to consider everyone as a collaborator in order to develop the technology, successful technology company. And finally, you have to be lucky. So, leadership skills is very important, and if you want to go further, because my time is limited, I have written an article on this one called Leadership Lessons. You can give business cards to me or to Mukund, and I will be happy to send you that article. Okay? So, what happens is that when you are collaborating mode and you want to generate, you want to transfer, you want to innovate, that means transform knowledge into economic and social value. You want to think like this and start developing a business model, because then the leadership starts thinking of a business model in order to be a successful technology company. So, during my time of 8 years, I was committed for spinning out the companies. Does not matter how much I get, it did not matter to me. If somebody comes to me and says that I want to spin off this company, I said, go ahead, do that. We will support you, we will do that, because the technology was ready. And so, in my time, at least in those 8 years, I spun off 6 companies, and actually they are doing well. They are really doing well right now. And they have their own management, own thing. I own tiny fraction of it, but it does not matter. Okay? So, and that model is still going on with CourseTech. CourseTech in their Course family, in their 100 years of history, never ever considered collaborating or having equity partnership in their company. But now they are thinking, their thinking has changed. So, this was my business model. Now, although the company was formed in 1976, I do not know before my time. So, I just do not want to say, give you statistics before my time. I joined company in 1984 as a junior engineer in Ceramatec after my failure in India. And so, we were very successful company as a SBIR company, and when Elkem and McDermott acquired us, these 2 large companies, multinationals, you can see between 1989 and 2000 we were a large company. So, we did not have SBIR, and between 2000 and 2008 we almost had $18 million revenue. And the way we used SBIR, it is a knowledge that we used, not particular topic per se, but our scientists and us, we got lots of knowledge. And with that knowledge, we could see that this is the product that we can develop, not particular that topic, but this is what it is, because knowledge is really goes into kind of a sphere. And that is what we use this SBIR funding. But our intention was the same, innovation. That means we have to form the company. Because this is a federal money, we have to make sure that we benefit the society here. This is very important for us. And so, although we formed these 3 new companies during 1983-89, low-tech is the only one still surviving in a different format. The other 2, we don't know what happened, but those 2 other companies, we only licensed the technology. That's all we did. But low-tech, we had involvement in it. We specifically spun it out, that company. And also, non-SBIR funding starts coming in because we developed this knowledge, huge knowledge that we developed here. And that knowledge attracts very large companies. For example, we attracted Air Products and Chemicals in 93. In 1993, based on our knowledge, we attracted, and till today, Air Products have spent with us over $120 million and still committed to spend even more. Our collaboration is the ideal collaboration. I am asking a Rutgers University professor to write about this collaboration, because in Harvard Business Review, because such a collaboration is very, very rare in my opinion. So, as I said, I cannot, university partners I can tell you, but industrial partners, we have at least 50 of them. We cannot write because of confidentiality agreements, but here you go. Quite a few Air Products is well known, McDermott International, Cummins Engine, and so on and so on. But I am going to talk about examples of successful technologies, and this is the one, Air Products and Chemicals. We are developing, this is a ceramic which separates the air from, separates the air into nitrogen and oxygen. And we started developing this technology. And the whole reason for this, that this is a quantum jump. Right now, cryogenic processes are there. And there, even if you get 1% or even 0.5% improvement in the technology, it is so mature that everybody jumps. You can see now that we are coming out with a technology which has a potential of 30% cost reduction. And if you ask any US military guy that what is the most single element that is most important for you, and they will say oxygen. And so this oxygen technology is very important. And so we are building that. Now you can see these things here. This is 1 ton per day oxygen, just these are the ceramic layers. I don't think that anybody can even reverse engineer this technology for many years. Even if this technology we give it to Japanese or Chinese, no way. It is so advanced now. And so this is very important technology we developed. SBIR role? Absolutely. I mean, during 84, 85, I was writing proposal and one of the proposal was funded, and then from there on, quite a few Air Products came to us, and then completely different materials and everything. We developed over last 20 years something totally different. So this is a technology that is very important for us. Right now, Air Products is going to give, with the help of DOE, almost $70, $80 million, and we are going to put the plant in Tuela. So Air Products is putting the plant in Tuela. What Ceramatec gets out of it? Of course, we get development funding. maybe commercial royalties little bit, but I think it's a great societal value. Another one, sodium select membrane process, and this is a membrane which conducts sodium, and so we have now taken the concept development earlier, very early. We did some SBIR work on this, and now we are commercializing technology. As a matter of fact, if you see, I don't know, yeah, if you see this plant, this is supplied to Orchard de Midland for making biodiesel, and we are building more and more of these plants. I must say that small business leadership must have intention to develop and commercialize technologies, and that means that leadership must have in their mind innovation spirit. That's all they must be driven by. The leadership has to be driven by that, with my definition of innovation. And really employees, whoever is, whether it's employees, your collaborators, all collaborators including employees, must be inspired by your leadership. That's the really key to the success. That means that you have to bring your ego down to almost nothing. Thank you so much.